She lied to you, brother. She is banging the friend's son. Is it even the friend's son? Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. How you guys doing, you beautiful people? Thank you very much for stopping by and clicking on this video. It's good to see all beautiful faces again. In today's video, we're about to read some Am I the Asshole Reddit posts. It's gonna be dramatic. These posts are all about Fiancés being assholes. But before we kick off this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. I really appreciate your love and support. Enough about that. Let's kick off this video. It's time to spill the tea, hunty. Am I the asshole for not telling my former fiancé I bought her dream house? 10 years ago, my fiancé left me 38 mail a few weeks before our wedding. We grew up in a small town, we were friendly, went to the same school, but we never were in the same clique. She was one of the popular kids and I wasn't. Hey, I was too. I wasn't a popular kid. A few years after college, I moved back home when my dad got sick. I found a job in my field about 45 minutes away from home. I would help take my dad to his chemo appointments. It was during one of those appointments I ran into my ex. She was now a worker at the hospital. One day while waiting, I asked her out. It turned out we shared a lot of the same interests. It seemed like our relationship was going great. About a year or so into dating, ex and I moved into a rented house together. The following year I proposed. Ash, fast, ne? Yay. Took me and my wife 8 years. We began looking for a house. Ex always wanted to live in a grandparents' house on the lake near our town. Her family was forced to sell a house when her grandparents died because of an inheritance dispute. 6 months before our wedding, a chance event happened. The couple who bought her grandparents' lake house had grown tired of our snowy winters. It took some work and nearly all of my savings, but I was able to buy her dream house. It was going to be my surprise wedding present, so I didn't dare tell her or anyone in her family my plans. A month before our wedding, ex and her friends went to Miami for a bachelorette party. I'm not sure all of what happened there. Part of me doesn't really want to know. Yeah, you don't want to know, no? But I do know her high school boyfriend was there. When she got back from the trip, she broke down and confessed she was afraid to get married and wanted to call it off. It was a mess. She later moved to Florida and eventually married her high school boyfriend.
1 hour later.
You confessed that you didn't want to get married. You're afraid to get married, let me say. But then you got married to your high school boyfriend. The same high school boyfriend you saw at your bachelorette party. Get out of here. Get out of town. I ended up moving back into the city for an amazing job. In the meantime, I still had the Lakers. Yeah, bro, get you some. With the help of my mom and dad, we started to fix up the Lakers. It took a few years. My mom and dad would look after the contractors while I was in the city. Having the house was perfect when everything locked down. So I assume this is COVID times. I was able to escape the city and work remotely from the lake house. I now live here full-time and work remotely. This summer we had 4th of July at the lake house. My sister-in-law used photos from the lake this summer in her Christmas card. One of those cards made it to ex's cousin. The cousin recognized the house. The Saturday before New Year's, ex's mother and sister were at my front door. After pleasantries and answering their initial questions, they made an offer to buy it. I refused. They were not happy. A few days, I got a long text from ex. This was the first time in 9 years she had talked to me. She called me and asked for keeping this from her. Her family is blaming her for losing the house again. Well, it is your fault. This house was going to you. Stupid prawn. She then asked me to sell. Hell no. I still have no intention to sell. Facts, bro, don't. Now her and her family are complaining on social media that this is some sort of revenge. Am I the You bought this house for her, okay? It was supposed to be a present. She wanted to leave your ass for a high school boyfriend. Ergo, you keep the house. Screw this woman, man. You're not the arsehole. Facts. Not the a-hole. Let's read some comments here. Not the arsehole. Told you. Your intentions was to surprise your ex with the house at the wedding. If you had called off the wedding, I'd reconsider my judgment. But she's the reason why she doesn't have access to that house. On top of that, you've made that house your own. Enjoy it. Exactly. You paid for the house. It was supposed to be a gift. She left you. It's your house now. Oh, come on, my guy. My guy! You know you're not the arsehole. Enjoy your sweet lake house that now belongs to your family. The ex and her family are just salty because they realize what they missed out on. Personally, I wouldn't even reply. Just block and never think of her again. Facts. Facts. Am I the asshole for getting angry about being excluded from my fiance's family vacation after being invited? Well, just from that alone, I would say you're not the asshole. You were invited and then you got excluded. Let's read on. Let's get some context. Let's get some context. Find out. I, 20 female, have been with my fiance, 20 male, Alan, for 4.5 years. Alan has an older sister, Christine, 23 female, and both parents. Alan's family likes to go on vacation every other year. So every other year. Usually a cruise through touristy islands in NA. I assume North America. In 2020, before we had even been dating for a year, I was invited on a cruise with them to Puerto Rico. And I, 16 then, managed to get all the money together within 2 weeks. But the trip was cancelled due to COVID restrictions. In 2022, when my fiance graduated high school, they went on a cruise as a family and I was not invited. I was asked to dog sit for them. Ain't that about them? This year is the first year I would be able to go with them in summer 2024. Christine, currently single, usually has 3 to 6 month relationships, and her boyfriends have always been welcome on vacations regardless of how long they've been together. This makes me angry, as I have been with Alan for longer than any of them, and yet was still not invited. This brings me to today. Having talked about a cruise back in November of 2023, I just reminded them I would not like for it to be over my birthday, late June, and would rather it be in July. They agreed, and since it was a long ways out, we did not mention it again. Apparently, as I found out today, future father-in-law had booked the tickets in December, but did not include me in the booking, even though I was invited by them direct. Bro, that is... Either I pay an extra $2,000 for a room across the ship and find someone else to join, or I don't go. That's kind of where we're at. I am angry that I was asked directly and was really excited about the trip, but was not included. Alan is conflicted about what to do and is trying to convince his parents to refund the tickets and rebook it with me included. After I bothered him for 2 hours to fix this. Why did you have to bother him for 2 hours to fix it? He's supposed to fix it immediately. You were asked in November. What? Was it? Yes, you were asked in November. Let me just find my place. Sorry, let me find my place.
A few moments later.
You were directly invited in November. The douchebag, the D-bag, the actual asshole, bought the tickets in December and did not include you. And your fiance did nothing about it. He was conflicted. You know, spend that $2,000 on yourself. Make yourself look pretty. I would pay for my portion of the trip, which I did not mind, and I expected to do anyways. I just feel extremely disrespected, of course, by being asked to join, then not being booked, because I didn't badger them enough to remember to add me in. You shouldn't be badgering them. You are your future husband's future wife. It's supposed to be just included anyway. I didn't even know they had booked the tickets, considering it is still 6 months out. And future father-in-law, future mother-in-law are not wanting to change their bookings. Am I the arsehole for being angry at being excluded for this? Not the arsehole. How could you be considered the arsehole? You can't even ask that question, am I the arsehole? You're not the arsehole. But let's read some comments. Not the arsehole, but let's be real, OP. Why would you want to shell out so much money to go on vacation with people who clearly don't like you, or at the very least don't care if their actions hurt you? Exactly, that's what I said. Screw them all and buy yourself something pretty. Buy yourself something cute. I know this may be brutal, but they don't give a about you despite you being engaged to their son. Honestly, even if you do not get to go, it sounds like a nightmare vacation. 100%. 100%. You're going to spend more time in your room or by yourself anyway. Skip this one and go somewhere nice with your fiancé. Just the two of you. Just the two of us. With the money you save. Don't do them any more favors though. No house sitting, dog sitting, collecting their mail, etc. 100% agreed. They can sort out their own. If you want to continue to be in this relationship, grow a thicker skin because you aren't going to change these people. They will only get worse. I'm going to say again. Facts! Facts! Ooh. Am I the arsehole for calling the police on my fiancé? That sounds tasty. Spill the tea, hunty. Last night, my 35 male, fiancé 38 female, left in the evening to give a friend's son a ride back to his house. She implied she'll be home before 9. She left at around 7:45. 10:15 rolled around and she still wasn't home. I texted and she apologized to me, saying that her friend's son was actually in the next town over, maybe 30 minutes away, and was coming home now. 11:45 rolled around and she still hadn't come home. So I called her to no answer, texted her to no response, and I was getting very upset. Of course. Well, what kind of upset? Angry because she's not answering, angry or upset that she's not home yet. Obviously, she said she can be 9. It's almost midnight. I'll be upset too. Or upset as in worried. Because she's not answering. Where's this woman? 12:30 rolled around and still no response and no answer to my phone calls. I was extremely angry. 1:30 rolled around and my anger had completely transformed into worry. Not answering my calls and texts not read. And I'll be exactly the same. Bro, at the 10:15 mark, my wife said she can be at home at 9. By the 10:15 mark, she's not at home. I'm going to start panicking. Where are you? What's going on? Because I care about your safety. I care about you. Around 1:45, I called the police. I've always heard that the first 24 hours of someone being missing is the most important, so I didn't want to delay. Isn't it actually you're only supposed to call if the person's been missing for 24 hours, not in that first 24 hours? I don't know. That's what I heard. 24 hours or 48 hours. If they've been missing for so long, then you call the police, kind of thing. But hey, I assume this is America. There you call the police for anything, and you can call the police. In South Africa, don't even try. They're gonna say, "Hello, I'm busy. Okay, bye bye," and put the phone down. I asked them to let me know if there had been any traffic accidents involving her car. An operator told me that they would put out the word and send some cops to check along the route she would travel. I called all the hospitals in the area to check if she had been checked in, and I waited outside watching the road for her car for 3 hours. Partially because I didn't want the kids to hear me on the phone with hospitals, and secondly because I was sick with worry. At 6 a.m. she came home. She apologized. At 6 a.m. she came home. Okay. She apologized for being out and said she had no excuse. She was driving home and felt tired, like she was falling asleep at the wheel. So she pulled over to the side of the road to sleep. When she did that, she found that her brand new phone had stopped working. I call bull. What brand new phone just stops working randomly in the middle of the night like that? I call bull. She says she napped anyway because it was the responsible thing to do. Yeah, okay, cool, true. And then come home at 7 to bring the kids to school and get back to work on time. I immediately called the police and told them that she had come home safely and gave them the case number and told them to stop searching, which they did. My fiancé brought the kids to school and left for work. I set out to start cleaning. Cleaning distresses me sometimes. I got a call from a policeman asking where she worked. I told him and asked why. And I was informed that it was their policy to check on the person's wellness after a missing person is found. I asked them to not go to her work, but to give her a call instead. He said he couldn't promise. My fiancé is relatively new to her job. A police officer showed up and asked to speak to her. She is now enraged at me for calling the police and sending a cop to her work and making her look bad. She is saying I overreacted and she wasn't missing and that I was punishing her for doing the responsible thing and not driving while drowsy. She is saying that she is never going to leave the house again except for work because she's afraid I'm going to call the cops on her again. So did I overreact? Should I have waited 2 days like she suggested? She's the one overreacting. She has been lying to you. She's screwing around with the friend's son. She got busted. She stayed out too late. And now she's overreacting. I'm not going anywhere anymore except for work because you're going to call the police on me. Shut up. Just shut up. There's an edit here. Thanks for informing me, everyone. I'm aware that my ex is posting deranged nonsense in the comments. I won't respond to them because I've made it a policy not to engage with ex. She got caught out. So, in conclusion, Makas, this guy says not an arsehole. Not the arsehole. This one talking, he's also saying not the arsehole. But you got some comments here. Not the arsehole, but you know she's lying, right? Just as I said. Oh, there's a comment. I do suspect that the story isn't truthful, but she doesn't really have a history of lying to me, so I've been trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. She lied to you, brother. She is burning the friend's son. Is it even the friend's son? Is it just some random dude and she says it's the friend's son? Or she had someone else. It was an excuse to go meet that someone else. Oh, these women, eh? Hoes and loyal. Is it? Yeah. These hoes and loyal. These hoes and loyal. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. That sucks. And there we have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for sticking around. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm about to go make me some food now because the drama has made me hungry, queen. Yes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.